Hey guys, so in the next couple weeks it's going to be the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up. You're going to be having a lot of events at your house. You're going to be going to some events. So I just wanted to share some tips or recipes, hopefully maybe every Friday, to kind of give you some suggestions or help you out a little bit around the holidays. So for this video, I'm going to share a couple of Thanksgiving or Christmas recipes that you can do either in your pressure cooker or your air fryer. So first we're going to do turkey, then we're going to do macaroni and cheese, then we're going to do mashed potatoes, and then we're going to get a dessert and some side dishes going in our pressure cooker or our air fryer. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, but let's get started. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is my turkey. So I never thought about doing a turkey in the pressure cooker until I found out that you can. So what I'm going to do is, I don't have a full-size turkey. If you can find a turkey that is the right size to fit in your actual pressure cooker, then you could more than probably do this. I just have a turkey breast, like the bone and the breast, that's all I have. I think it's about 5 pounds, but you can actually get them pretty big. Mine's a little over 5 pounds, but I am brining my turkey, which I have never done before, so I'm excited. But I will post the recipe that I use below, but I just use it in this large stock pot that I have. I put the seasoning in here, I heated up the seasoning, and then I cooled it down with some ice, and we'll put the turkey breast in here. And it's been in here for about 5 hours or so. So I'm gonna let it sit for even longer, and then when I get back this evening from dance, then I can put it in my pressure cooker. We're gonna go for about 20-25 minutes because it's only 5 pounds, and we'll see how it looks and we'll go from there. All right, so now that my turkey breast has been in the brine for about 10 hours, they do suggest about 8 to 12 hours in a brine, especially a salt brine, nothing more because it'll get too salty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out and put it on a plate and let it dry off just a little bit. And then I'm going to make a aluminum foil ring to go in my pan. All right, so it worked perfectly. I checked the temperature and the inside of the breast was 167. I think 165 is a safe temperature, and it was going up just a little, so 5 minutes per pound in here is pretty good. Now I can't guarantee that that will work for yours or your pressure cooker. It could be a little bit different, so maybe make sure that you have a thermometer to test it out. But I just put a little bit of butter on there, and I'm gonna put it under the broiler because I love the skin. If you don't care about the skin and you're gonna take the skin off, then definitely you don't have to do this part, but I love like a crispy skin, so I have the oven on broil, and I'm just gonna put it under there for a few minutes. All right, so I put it in the broiler for a couple minutes, and I actually flipped the breast on each side so that it would get a little crispy, but well, it's laid down now. But it's so beautiful. I am super excited to try this. I'm gonna let it rest for about 20 minutes so that I can cut it, and then we'll serve it and eat it. So I'm gonna attempt to do crock pot macaroni and cheese. Now, I am not well, okay, let me preface and say, I prefer the baked mac and cheese, like for holiday things. So I haven't actually had a crock pot style mac and cheese. That sounds crazy, but I'm gonna try it in the Instant Pot. And I was thinking that if you like it to get like, you know, crispy on top, you could easily make it super fast in here, put it in a casserole dish, put your like breadcrumb mixture or your cheese on top of it, and then put it under the broiler for a couple minutes to get that. So then that would kind of have both aspects of this. But this is gonna be super fast and super easy, something to be great for Thanksgiving or any holiday, or, you know, like cookout or anything like that. You can make it within a couple minutes. So what I have is my, you know, pressure cooker, sour cream, evaporated milk, cheese of your choice. I'm using extra sharp cheddar and sharp white cheddar. I have chicken stock. I just buy the bouillon cubes, so I'm gonna put 1 cube in there when I do the noodles, just to kind of help add a little bit of flavor. I have 1 pound of noodles, and then I'm gonna salt the water just a little bit. So I'm gonna add my 1 pound of noodles to my pot. And then I'm gonna add 1 bouillon cube and some salt. That's the only time you'll be able to flavor the pasta. And then I'm gonna put in 3 cups of water, and then I'm going to cut it on manual and cook it for 4 minutes. And then it takes about 10 minutes or so to come to pressure, depending on how much is in here, and then it'll start cooking. And then once you release the pressure, then we'll go from there. All right, so the noodles are done, so I'm just gonna add everything in there. And this is part where you just add in what you would regularly add in for your macaroni and cheese. So I have evaporated milk. I'm gonna do some sour cream, butter, So now that it's all done, like nothing else in my dinner is done, but the mac and cheese is done, and it is so creamy. Look at this. Delicious. You can make it pretty. You can sprinkle some parsley on there. Look at that. All done. Instant Pot mac and cheese takes like 10 minutes. It takes longer to shred the cheese just to fix this. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, so I'm going to make Instant Pot mashed potatoes. I always say Instant Pot, but it's like a pressure cooker. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to put in my potatoes. I have 2 cups right here. I have a bouillon cube right there, chicken bouillon cube in there. So I'm gonna put my potatoes in first, and then I'm just gonna put the water in. I just wanna slightly cover it. So you'll at least want a cup of water in there, but from there, it depends on how many potatoes you have. So you don't want it fully submerged, because in your water, your potatoes will get too watery. So I'm gonna put everything in. We'll let it go for about 6 minutes. I don't have that many potatoes. Now, if you look at a bunch of other recipes, the times vary. So someone I saw, they did like the full whole potatoes once they were peeled. They just stuck them in there and they did it for like 12 minutes. Mine are pretty small diced. So I'm gonna go for about 6 minutes. I think that will work out perfectly fine. If I can do a pound of pasta in 5 minutes, then I think that will work out perfectly. Timer on here just went off, so I've released it. I've taken the lid off and they are perfectly, let me move y'all closer so you can see. Look at this. Like, I can't even pick it up. So, don't, like, I mean, you can sometimes extra time doesn't hurt things, but some things like potatoes, like if they're too cooked, they get too watery and it's hard to get like extra moisture out of it. So I'm just going to strain these and then I'm just gonna make my mashed potatoes like I normally would. And like, that was done so fast. Like, it took less time to do this than it did to actually boil water for regular mashed potatoes. Guys, look at it. Absolutely delicious. Now there's 1,000 different recipes for good mashed potatoes, but you know how you like your mashed potatoes, so I don't need to explain that part. I like tons of sour cream. I have the milk out just in case I need to thin it, but I like lumpy mashed potatoes. I don't have a potato masher. I use a pie crust cutter. Works perfectly fine, but these are delicious. It's on warm. I'm gonna put the lid back on it and let it sit here while the rest of the dinner is coming together. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. I absolutely love my Cosori pressure cooker and my air fryer. I use them all the time. This, I was able to make a turkey breast, mac and cheese, and mashed potatoes. And then I'm using my air fryer right now to reheat the mac and cheese to make it more of like a baked mac and cheese. And a small, nice little tiny casserole dish. It's perfect for like a small family meal. So I highly suggest looking into these products. They're great, affordable. They're on Amazon. You can get free shipping. I'll post a link down below. But I love it. I love it. And making everything in here was super simple. So if you're doing it for the holidays, you could do the macaroni and cheese within a couple minutes. Like, it takes less time to do it in here than it does to boil the water. I'm not even playing. So they're amazing. I love their products. So I will leave everything in the description. You can check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye guys.